Hello, welcome here to Indianapolis Raceway Park, the Rogue Racing League. We're going to kind of leave the screen here, showing some practice. We got about 25 minutes left. I'll be back in about 15 minutes. Greg Thilesen up in the booth here with Pushed Edge Productions. But take a look here at practice, Season 5, Race 5, Indianapolis Raceway Park here with the Rogue Racing League. We will be live soon. Hello, and welcome to Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park here with the Rogue Racing League, season number 5, race number 5 here tonight. Super excited to bring you some NASCAR trucks here with season 5 Rogue Racing League. Been an interesting season so far. Let's take a look at our opening information here tonight. Of course, the Rogue Racing League Indianapolis Raceway Park Season 5, Race 5 here at the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Claremont, Indiana, just outside there of Indianapolis. Just a little bit bigger than a half mile, 0.67 miles here tonight. Little short track racing. 860 feet of elevation, 40 mile an hour pit speed road limit. 74 degrees out there in the air, a little bit cloudy. 79 down on the racetrack. 10 mile an hour wind to the west. These drivers are using fixed setups here tonight, and they are going to have 2 additional sets of tires. No fast repairs here with the Rogue Racing League. 90% fuel loads in these trucks, and of course, Greg Thilesen for Push Edge Productions, bringing you all the action here with the Rogue Racing League all season long, live here on the Push Edge Productions YouTube, over on our TikTok and our Facebook here tonight. So make sure you go like the video, subscribe, go drop a like, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Check out all the social platforms. We'd much appreciate it. Well, let's take a look here at our championship standings before we go much farther. Coming in here to IRP, Tristan Bailey leading the points. Tyler Daniels, Joshua Dunn, Dylan Passetti, and Christian Alston, your top 5. Little tie there for third between Dunn and Passetti. Culbertson, Howe, Watson, Perfettio, Altman rounding out that top 10. Devin Clark, Zachary Oots, who took last place points provisional here tonight. So Oots not going to be here with us tonight. Mitchell, Trudeau, Stewart, Wilson, Thomas, Logan, Burns, and Berg, your top 20 here in the Rogue Racing League Season 5 championship points, heading in to race number 5 here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. You see, all separated by about 100 points here, all the way back to 20th. Daniels with 2 wins this season. Wilson with a win. Bailey with a win as well. Great look at the top 5s, top 10s, how many bonus points they got. Only 4 rounds this season, so they could only make 4 starts there, and a few provisionals used there. 2 last place points provisionals going to be available to those drivers here this season. So, few of those drivers already using one of those. But just about 5 minutes left here in practice. Look at that. Joshua Dunn comes around here in practice. Looking around this Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park racetrack right now. Let's take a look here at the practice standings right now. Looks like Tristan Bailey in that 9 up on top of that list. Tyler Daniels, Corey Stewart, Kason Howe, Joshua Dunn, your top 5. Peter Stewart, Richard Culbertson, Axel Benoit, Chris Logan, Christian Alston, Kevin Donahue, Dylan Passetti, Wesley Altman, Devin Clark, and then I see that 19 there, Matthew Scott, out there yet to do a lap here so far. Let's take a look here around few of these cars out here on the racetrack. Got that 00 there, that Penske Joshua Dunn. Little loose there for a moment. Great save keeping it off that wall. Case and Howe, the 13, that America 250 anniversary race truck. That Pushhead Sim Sports number 95 here, Wesley Altman. Back here in 13th in practice. Got that Florida Gators towel there in his picture. Got Corey Stewart, that High Rock Vodka number 84 machine out here getting some laps as well. Peter Stewart over here, the 91. The Cinnamon Toast Crunch machine here this week. Chris Logan out here in the 70. He's in a wheeling race truck here this week. A lot of Chevys out here tonight. I'll tell you what, I do see a Toyota and a Ram, 2 Rams actually. So all the manufacturers represented, but I'll tell you what, most of those being Chevrolets here tonight. That bow tie. Here we got that 15 Christian Alston back down in 10th right now. Another one of those bow ties. Love the black and gold. That really looking good here. Black rifle on that number 15 here tonight. That Budweiser gold number 8 there. Devin Clark, the Ford F-150 out here tonight in the sea of Silverados. Getting some laps here in practice as well. Oh, there's the Ford F-150 there. Kevin Donahue in the 56. He's in a Caterpillar-sponsored machine tonight. But about 2 minutes left here in practice. Let's see where those championship top 5 currently out on the charts up here in practice. Bailey and Daniels 1 and 2 in the championship, 1 and 2 there on the practice tower. Dunn back in 3rd. He's in 5th in practice, 3rd in the championship. Dylan Passetti, that number 44, he's back in 12th right now in practice. And then that number 15, Christian Alston, back in 5th in the championship. He's back down in 10th here in practice as well. Coming close, though. A minute left here in practice. Winding down to the end of this thing. We are going to be going racing here pretty soon, boys and girls. Big shout out all you fans, all the drivers out here racing tonight. Big shout out all y'all. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for stopping by here. Push the Edge Productions, Greg Thilesen up in the booth, of course, bringing you all the action here with the Rogue Racing League. Much appreciated you being here with us. We got a week full of racing. Let's talk about that before we get going here in qualifying tomorrow. Monday, August 24th, the Inspired Racing League, the Inspired Cup Series, heading to Atlanta, 180 laps there in the Gen 6 Cup cars tomorrow, 7:45 p.m. CST, 8:45 p.m. EST. Not going to want to miss that one. Tuesday, the 25th, we head to Richmond with the ARCA Cars Hot Fuel Racing Short Track League. Going to do some ARCA racing there. Tuesday, same time, 7:45 p.m. CST, 8:45 p.m. EST. Wednesday, the same time, Inspired Racing League Platinum Truck Series. They are also taking their trucks to IRP. So tonight, very well might be a good indicator of what's going to go down Wednesday. And then Thursday, we're going to have the night off. Wednesday, the Midwest Racing Fun League. That'll be me racing first person. Come check that one out. That one's going to be a load of fun. Saturday, the Inspired Racing League Heat Series off. That's going to be a fun one. And then next Sunday here with the Rogue Racing League Coronado, we're going road course racing. That's going to be fun. So a great week of racing heading up. But qualifying about to begin here. Let's go ahead, take a look. Who's driving out there on the racetrack? We got that 69, Richard Culbertson, going out for his first qualifying lap. We also got that 8, Devin Clark, out there as well. Out here early in qualifying, getting that truck out there on the racetrack. The 83, Axel Benoit. That's another Pushhead Sim Sports Hot Rod. Got the win there last night with the Inspired Racing League Heat Series, the ARCA cars at Daytona. Axel winning that one, so good to see that. Look at that, Culbertson to the top of the tower. Provisional pole here for Richard Culbertson in the 69. Devin Clark in that gold Budweiser number 8 to second. Axel Benoit jumping up to third. These drivers jumping up onto the board. Kevin Donahue in the 56 Caterpillar Ford F-150 making his way out to the racetrack as well. It looked like Culbertson holding on to that pole there momentarily. Donahue jumping up there to second place on his first run. Looking at this second lap. Let's see what he's got here this time by. We also got that number 9 pulling out to the racetrack, Tristan Bailey. Donahue still there in second. Looks like he's going to hold that position. Culbertson still on top of the board right now in that 69 machine. Bailey, first lap here, green flag for that number 9 machine. At TJ's Team Foundation, number 9 there, Tristan Bailey going out for his first lap. Look at that. We got the 19 here, Matthew Scott, as well, going out for his first qualifying lap. And new quick time, Tristan Bailey, that number 9 to the top of the tower. New provisional pole sitter, Tristan Bailey here. Comes across the line that second time. Don't think that was any faster. But Matthew Scott jumping up to 5th there in that 19 machine. Look at that. That car is on fire. I'll tell you what, that's a good looking race car right there for Matthew. That second lap for Matthew Scott. He's going to stay in that 5th position. It looks like Axel Benoit, in that, down to 7th. Christian Alston in the 15, up to 4th there. That number 15 Black Rifle Coffee Chevrolet Silverado here. We also got that 84 Corey Stewart making his way out to the racetrack as well. Christian Alston up to 3rd there on his second lap. Made some improvements there. Great job there by him. Matthew Scott back there to 6th, it looks like. Let's see what Corey Stewart ends up. It doesn't look like it counted that first lap, if I'm not mistaken. So he might have touched the wall there on that one. Let's see what this lap unholds. Second place for that High Rock Vodka, number 84 there, Corey Stewart. Jumping up to 2nd, we got that 15 still making some laps. He's up in 4th. Don't know if he's got any laps left here in qualifying. I think, new quick time. That 45 Tyler Daniels, Bright Flame Counseling, Daniels Motorsports, Chevrolet Silverado to the top of the board. New pole sitter, provisional pole sitter here, Tyler Daniels, in that Bright Flame Counseling number 45 there. Looks like it was one and done there as well. All right, we got that 13 machine, Kason Howe, out to the racetrack. That was our quick time there in practice. Can he do it here in qualifying? Believe that's his warm-up lap here. Lap number 1 for that 13 machine. We also got that 00 Joshua Dunn out here on the racetrack. Also his warm-up lap for the 00. So coming out of turn 4, Kason, what's he's got? Lap number 1 of qualifying here. Howe jumping up to 6th there on his first lap. See what he can do on lap number 2. Joshua Dunn out of 4 there. His first lap. Puts him up to 6th. Jumping Howe down to 7th. Jump back over off of 4 for Kason Howe. Lap number 2. 3rd place there for that number 13 machine. And then off of turn 4 there for that 00, Joshua Dunn. What does he have lap number 2 here? Did not go faster. He's going to stay there in that 7th spot. He is going to stay there in 7th. No more cars out there on the racetrack. So Tyler Daniels, that 45 on top of the boards. Tristan Bailey, Kason Howe, Corey Stewart, Richard Culbertson, your top 5. Christian Austin, Joshua Dunn, Kevin Donahue, Devin Clark, Matthew Scott, and Axel Benoit. There, rounding out our top 11, Wesley Ottman, Dylan Passetti, Chris Logan, and Peter Stewart, all yet to qualify. They still got little under 3 minutes left here to set a lap here in qualifying. None of those drivers out there on the racetrack currently, though. They are all sitting there in the garage right now, so nobody pulling out to get some light. They might just be planning on starting from the back, working their way up. Let's see what those drivers got planned. But, yep, all those drivers yet to make a lap. The 95 of Ottman, the 44 of Passetti, the 70 of Logan, and that 91 of Peter Stewart. But big thank you for stopping by here. Push to Edge Productions, bringing you the Rogue Racing League. Round number 5 here, season 5, here at the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. It's gonna be a fun one here tonight. 130 laps around IRP. Nobody left out there on the racetrack, unfortunately. I think those drivers are all gonna elect to start from the back, just trying to get some laps in and make it to the end. We will see. We're going to go ahead, jump side by side. We're going to jump to ads real quick. We will be right back. Back here out at the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Still none of those drivers pulling out on the racetrack. That 95 Wesley Ottman, the 44 Dylan Passetti, Chris Logan there in the 70, then Peter Stewart, that 91, all elected not to qualify. We got about 25 seconds left here until we get this race going. Grid those race trucks up and throw this green flag here tonight. 15 trucks out here. The Rogue Racing League Season 5, race number 5, IRP is going to be a load of fun. 130 laps here tonight. Big thank you for stopping by the Push Edge Productions. Whether you're on the YouTube, you're over on our TikTok, or if you're here on the Facebook, much appreciated. Hope you guys having a great Sunday night. Deanna Stewart out there in the YouTube. Let's go, babe. Number 84, rooting for Corey out there tonight. Well, let's take a look. Those drivers going to be gridding up here. Let's take a look. Our starting grid starting out front, row number 1 here tonight. Tyler Daniels able to capture that pole position. Tristan Bailey, that number 9, to his outside, row number 1. Case and Howe. Corey Stewart going to be rolling off row number 2 here. Row number 3, we got Richard Culbertson, Christian Alston, a bunch of great looking race trucks here tonight. I'm going to tell you what, Joshua Dunn, Kevin Donahue going to be rounding out row number 4 just inside that top 10. Row number 5, rounding out that top 10, Devin Clark, Matthew Scott. And then row number 6 here, Peter Stewart, Axel Benoit, Wesley Ottman, Dylan Passetti, some locals to each other there, row number 7. And then rounding out the field, row 8, Chris Logan, that number 70 there in P15. Rounding out the field of trucks here tonight for the Rogue Racing League here at Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. All right, we're going to go jump side by side one more time. Check out some green flag action heading to you real soon. We will be right back. Back here out at the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. We are getting ready to drop that green flag here. The field coming around in pacing. Tristan Bailey, Tyler Daniels going to lead the field off to that green flag. I see those lights out, but I think it's going to be next time by because I don't think that pace car can get into that pit road there from there. So one time around, we're going to go green flag next time by. Take a look at that top 10 here. Tyler Daniels, Tristan Bailey leading them off. Case and Al, Corey Stewart, Richard Culbertson, Christian Alston, Joshua Dunn, Kevin Donahue, Devin Clark, Matthew Scott, our top 10. Take a look. Where'd that championship top 5 qualify? Bailey in second, Daniels in first, Joshua Dunn back there in 7th, Passetti back in 15th, and Alston back in 6th. Your top 5 here in the championship. Pace car down to pit lane. We are looking at going green flag racing here, boys. Off of turn number 4, Tyler Daniels, Tristan Bailey leading the field to that green flag. And we are racing here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Daniels with a great jump on that initial start there. Bailey still hanging to his outside of that rear quarter panel. Able to clear himself out in front. Back here in the back, they are still side by side. We see Dunn there with Stewart out there on the outside. They're able to work that out. Alston now down on the inside. Those top 5 able to get single file. We're watching that Alston-Stewart battle right now. They are side by side battling it out really hard down this back straightaway. 2 Chevrolet Silverados going neck to neck here out of turn number 4. Alston, no, Devin Clark sideways down that turn number 4. Yellow flag comes out. Wow, oh wow. Yellow flag number 1 is out. Boy, was that some contact. Let's take a look back at that one. Oh. Go ahead and back it up a little bit. We did definitely missed. Nope, that 8 just getting loose all by himself there. Kind of looked like he was going to go back up in traffic, but able to get it locked down and keep it off of the wall there. Let's go ahead. Jump it back here. One more angle. What a look. Able to keep that thing off the wall. Devin Clark, that 8. Great job there by him. Sliding there through victory lane a little bit. Let's see, Dylan Passetti has been jumped to pit lane. Not sure quite what happened to that 44, but that's not good to see. Dylan Passetti not here tonight. Went and parked that thing on pit road. Our first caution flag out here for the night. Last week's winner, our current race leader right now, Tyler Daniels, that Bright Flame Counseling. Daniels Motorsports number 45 machine. Leading the way right now. Lap number 6 here of our 130. Our first caution flag coming a little bit early here. Devin Clark in that number 8 machine. Unfortunately, losing control of that Budweiser number 8. Let's go ahead. We're going to jump side-by-side ads real quick. We will be right back. And green flag is back out. We are back racing here at IRP. Sorry about that. It did not give me the 1 to go signal, but Daniels out in front. I think that was a single file restart. Kind of confused there a little bit about that one, but okay. I'll roll with it here. Off of turn 4, we see all the field almost single file. Bailey there and Howe battling it out up front though. That is a battle for a second. The 9 and the 13, 2 of the chrome race cars here tonight. They are both pretty shiny, I'll tell you what. Good to see you all hanging out here with us tonight. I see a bunch of people out there in the chat. Jeff Hall, S10 Racer Truck, Ronnie Love out there, Peyton Massey, OZ Bryn out there as well, out in the chat over there on TikTok. Thank you guys for stopping by. Very much appreciated. Making our way, lap number 11 out front. Look at this, the whole field pretty much single file right now. Let's go ahead and do a top 10 rundown out front. Your pole sitter, Tyler Daniels in that number 45. Kason Howe, that number 13, was able to make it around that number 9 there of Tristan Bailey. He's up to second, started back in third. Tristan here in that 9, started up in second. He is back to that third spot right now as they all really using that same line, that middle of the racetrack, what it looking like right now. Joshua Dunn up there in the top 5, that 00 Penske machine up in that 4th spot. Just behind him, we got that 69 there. Richard Colbert's in that Cursa? Number 69, not quite sure what they do. But he rounds out our top 5 here. He started in 5th. Still in 5th, Alston, Christian Alston, that Black Rifle Coffee Company number 15 machine. He's back there in 6th. He started in 6th. Unfortunately, look at that, the 84, Corey Stewart, he started up in 4th. Unfortunately, he's fallen back early here to 7th. Jumping back there to 8th, the 95, Wesley Altman, that Shinedown Pushhead Sim Sports machine out here tonight. Currently back in 8th. He started back in 13th. He is our biggest mover right now, up 5 positions. Doing a good job there at that. Our second biggest mover, Joshua Dunn, there, up 3. Taking a look there at that tower. He's up in 4th. But they're side by side. Look at that. Peter Stewart there in the 91. He looked down there on the inside of that 95. There's a battle happening here for 7th. Side by side down that back straightaway. Axel Benoit out into that wall. Back behind these two. Taking a look there at that 91 Peter Stewart. Trying to get around that 95 there of Wesley Altman. And then rounding out that top 10 rundown, Axel Benoit, that 83 machine. That's another Pushhead Sim Sports hot rod out here tonight. We are keeping it green flag. He's the only Toyota Tundra out here in the field. Good to see some representation here, all the manufacturers. Push to Edge Productions, they're on that race truck as well. Great to see that 83 out here tonight, making his debut here with the Rogue Racing League. But out front, Tyler Daniels, that 45, he is still battling it out there. Kason Howe trying to move up a little bit farther there in that 13 machine. 20 laps down already, I'll tell you what. Trent Green out there stopping by. Appreciate you, pal. Out there on the TikTok. 20 laps completed here. Looking at that race recap here. Definitely a little bit of a single file racetrack right now. It looks like that middle lane, really the only groove working right now. A few of those drivers kind of a little bit higher out there on that high side, but a lot of these drivers really electing to use that bottom, like middle groove there. Right on that, in between those dotted white lines. Riding on board here, that 84 Corey Stewart, a little bit of that telemetry all the way down to 94, 92 there, mid corner, 1 and 2, 110 coming off the corner, 130, 129 I saw there entering turn number 3. These trucks definitely on that loud pedal, 100 mile an hour there through 3 and 4, and 130 again up into turn number 1 there for that 84 Corey Stewart, looking on board with him. We look back, Wesley Altman, Peter Stewart back there fighting it out. That's a battle there for 8th. Take a look, our tightest battle right now is that Altman Stewart battle behind. They are pretty tight together here, that 95 and the 91, that Cinnamon Toast Crunch and the Shinedown Push Edge Sim Sports hot rod. They are battling it out, going side by side here off of turn 4. Stewart constantly looking at that bottom side, trying to make something happen there. Taking a look back, Benoit battling here. Kevin Donahue side by side down there on the bottom in that 56 machine right now. Tightest battle out there on the racetrack. This is a battle back for 10th right now. Off turn number 4, Axel Benoit in that 83. able to hold off that number 56 there for that 10th spot. This is a good battle right now. The 70 there, Chris Logan right behind this battle as well. He is in striking position as well. Donahue trying to make the best of that Ford F-150 down on that bottom side, trying to get a run going. Once again, down to that bottom, trying to get a run. He just can't keep that momentum and get a run to get past that 83 there. Oh no, Axel out in the wall a little bit. Will that give the edge there to Kevin Donahue? Still side by side as they go down into turn number 1. Oh no, Axel again in the wall, a little shake there. Keep it together there, buddy. Last night's winner there over at the Heat Series with the Inspired Racing League. Coming home the winner there at the Daytona season opener. Now, Chris Logan and Axel Benoit battling it out here. Now, that's for 11th. Logan looking to take that spot there down on the bottom. Trying to follow the lead there, that 56 Kevin Donahue, as Axel Benoit out in that wall again. That Tundra making love to that wall on that outside. Definitely making some contact. He drops that spot. Logan able to take over on that spot. But look at that. The battle for second. That is heating up. Tristan Bailey, Kason Howe. The battle here for second. Take a look at their last 5. How do they stack up here? Bailey in that 9. Oh no, the yellow! Yellow flag comes out. Kason Howe goes around there in the 13. Boy, oh boy. Let's take a look back at that one. Watching that 13, Kason Howe down there on the bottom of that number 9 there, Tristan Bailey. See what happened. Oh, make some contact. And around goes that 13 into that inside wall. Ouch. Not what he would have liked there, I'm sure. Definitely not what we want to see there for him. Let's take another look back at that one more time. Go full speed here. Fortunately, that 13 bringing out the caution flag. Caution number 2 here tonight. A lot of those drivers taking their way down to pit lane. Tyler Daniels first off, Kason Howe, Tristan Bailey, Joshua Dunn, Christian Alston, Richard Culbertson, Corey Stewart. Those drivers leading off of pit lane there. But look at that. Devin Clark elected not to pit there in that number 8 machine. But stick around. Some more green flag action right around the corner here on Push Edge Productions. Greg Thilesen up in the booth. Rogue Racing League, season number 5, race 5 here at Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. We will be right back. And the field off of turn number 2 down that back straightaway. We're going back racing here, folks. Look at our top 10. Devin Clark, Tyler Daniels, Tristan Bailey, Joshua Dunn, Christian Alston, Richard Culbertson, Corey Stewart, Kevin Donahue, Peter Stewart, Axel Benoit. That pace car down there to pit lane. And the green flag about to fly for the second time. Green flag back out, a Ford F-150 to lead the field here. Devin Clark, that number 8 Budweiser machine. Oh, we are back yellow flag. Not quite sure what happened there. Let's take a look back at that. Take a look back here a little bit. See if we can find the cause here of this one. Oh, up a ways. What happened? Well, they were able to keep it straight there. What was this yellow for? Oh, no. Everybody was able to keep it straight. What happened? Take it back here. I'm not sure. That might be a phantom caution. I am going to say. Yeah, I think that one being a phantom caution here tonight, unfortunately. Not quite sure what that caution flag came out for, but back under yellow here. Third time tonight. Let's take a look at race recap. 39 of our scheduled 130 laps complete. That number 8 Budweiser Ford F-150 there. Devin Clark out in front right now. Our third caution flag for 9 laps. Not quite sure why they threw that one, but admins must have needed it, so they threw it. Not quite sure where that pace car went as well. Looks like the field trying to get caught back up to that pace car right now. Third caution flag out for the night. There we go. We have caught that pace car once again. Get that drone camera out there and rolling. Looks like we're going to go double file next time by here. I think we got the same top 10, so I'm not going to show that again. But there we go. Lights out on the pace car. We're going green flag next time by. Devin Clark, that number 8 Budweiser Bass Pro Shops machine out front. The Bright Flame Counseling Daniels Motorsports. Number 45 there, Tyler Daniels to the outside. Leading us off to the green flag here. Can't miss that bright gold machine. I'll tell you what, that is a eye-catching Budweiser machine out front. Coming into that restart zone and the green flag back out here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Clark looked like he got a really good jump. Is he able to hold off that 45 out there on the outside with the momentum? Tyler Daniels taking control of that race lead from that outside lane. Oh no, Clark is going back in a hurry. Bailey, Dunn, and Austin all able to get by that number 8 there on lap number 1 after that restart. Now Bailey and Daniels out in front. They are duking it out here for the race lead. Lap number 43 complete. We are under 100 laps left to go here. That 45 Tyler Daniels leads the way. Bailey in that 9 is not giving it to him easy though, I'll tell you what. Making him work for it here tonight. But while we got a minute and we are green flag, let's go ahead. Let's hear the sights and the sounds here of the Rogue Racing League. Let's go ahead and crank it up. right, thank you guys. A little bit of a cranking up the sights and the sounds here of the Rogue Racing League here in Season 5, Race 5 here, Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Hope you guys all having a great Sunday here tonight. Tyler Daniels still out in front of that number 9, Tristan Bailey, but he is giving him a run for his money still. Joshua Dunn, Christian Austin, Richard Culbertson are top 5 right now. Dunn still in the fight there for that one as well. I'll tell you what, ooh, a little contact there with the wall there for Dunn. "50 laps complete." We are really starting to wind down here on the laps. We're on board right now with Joshua Dunn in that 00. Watching these race leaders, Tristan Bailey, Tyler Daniels out ahead. They are getting it done. Looking back, Christian Austin right all over that back bumper of this Ram 00 though. Great look out that driver's side rear end, that 15 of Christian Austin all over him right now. Go ahead, jump on board here. Let's go ahead with our race leader a little bit. Tyler Daniels, that Bright Flame Counseling. Daniels Motorsports Machine out in front. He's trying to keep these drivers just behind him right now. Take a look at all that handwork. See those blue gloves getting to work there. Really smooth here for that 45. I'll tell you what. See just how flat the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park is. Little bit of progressive banking, but guess what? That banking is not much at all. Probably like 9 degrees, I think. So yeah, it's definitely not a lot. It's a very low bank angle, short track here. A lot of fun to drive though. I've had a lot of fun here myself for sure. But Daniel's still holding on to that race lead. They're pretty single file. Bailey, Dunn, Alston, and Culbertson all well within this battle. Stewart right there as well. Not too far out of it. Look at that. Axel Benoit, our biggest mover right now, up in that 83. Started back all the way in 12th. He's up to 7 right now. Work his way past that 13 there. Case and Howe, they're battling it out. Looking like the tightest battle out there on the racetrack. Let's see. Is it or not? Yes, it is. Dunn and Austin getting it done there. They're side by side. Down the back straightaway. That battle is not side by side here. Peter Stewart, the 91, getting involved there as well. How able to work past that Benoit number 83 there of Axel. That Push Edge Productions, Push Edge Sim Sports number 83. Now Peter Stewart, that Captain Crunch, or actually Cinnamon Toast Crunch, excuse me, number 91. He's looking at the inside there of Benoit in that 83. Toyota versus the bow tie, that Silverado of the 91. Now Benoit to the bottom. He's looking to get past that Howe number 13 machine. And now the 56 there, Kevin Donahue, also side by side with Peter Stewart. The battle really happening here. This is between 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th right now. Oh no, where did Howe? Howe jumping down to 12th in the 13. What just happened to him? Did he just go a lap down? No, yeah, he was a lap down. That is not a battle for position, excuse me. That 13 has gone a lap down. But we are coming really close to halfway, 60 laps 62 here next time by, excuse me. Out of our 130, so 65 going to be that halfway mark, and we are cutting close into that. They are still battling it out here. Peter Stewart, Axel Benoit. They are fighting for it. Back on another pretty good green flag run here. Those two caution flags, kind of a phantom caution there. Not sure what those ones were for. That first caution flag flying for that 8 there of Devin Clark. Back in that 11th spot. Looks like he just took that thing to pit lane there. Why did Devin come down pit road? Curious about that decision there. He's going to go a lap down there as those race leaders coming by. Daniel still out in front, leading the way. That gap, only 0.3 of a second. Back there to that number 9 of Tristan Bailey. Started 1-2. They are still 1-2 right now. And I believe Tyler Daniels the only driver to lead a lap. No, Devin Clark, that's right. When he stayed out there on that yellow, leading a few laps. He got 8 laps led out there. He's back in 12th right now, unfortunately. But 58 of those laps out here tonight, led by that 45 Bright Flame Counseling. Daniels Motorsports, Tyler Daniels out in front of this 9 of Tristan Bailey right now. Take a look. Who's the fastest 5 for 5? Bailey doing a little bit better than Daniels on lap time right now. Just edging him out slightly, but look at that. Daniels turns back around. Jumps back up to the top of that fastest 5 for the last 5. The last 5 lap average here. Joshua Dunn, Alston, and Stewart. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your top 5 in order. The fastest 5 for 5 right now. Our biggest gainers, Axel Benoit, still holding on to that title right now. Up to 7th, up 5 positions. Still battling with that 13, Case and Hal right now. That battle still going on. He's looking down to the bottom of that 13. The 91 getting involved there as well. This is a 3-car battle right now. The 13 not for position. He is back in 11th, a lap down. So that is not for position. The 83, the 56, and the 91, they are all for position as we watch that Kevin Donahue, number 56, dive down there to the bottom. Logan, our next biggest mover there in that 13, or excuse me, in that 70. He's right behind all of this. Watching this battle take place on board here with that 70, Chris Logan. Second biggest mover, Benoit up 5 as well as Logan, but Benoit up higher in the standings, so they're going to give it to him there. Great look here from on board that number 70 here, Chris Logan. That 8 there, Devin Clark, he just hit pit road. He's got some fresh tires, I would think. I expect him as a lap car to make his way through, but carefully, hopefully. But the gap almost out to a second. Look at that. Look at that. Tyler Daniels, that race leader, starting to extend that gap 0.9 of a second, and then 2.5 back to Dunn. Alston 2.5 seconds back from there. Stewart 3 seconds back, and then Culbertson, Benoit, and Donahue all kind of bunched up there. The field makes their way across that front straightaway. Lap number 74 this time by that stripe. Tyler Daniels out in front. I'll tell you what, doing a great job. An absolutely great job. We ride on board with that 45 there, Tyler Daniels. Looking back at that 9 of Tristan Bailey. Joshua Dunn coming pretty close to that back bumper, that number 9. Hoffbeck Motorsports. Let's go, Greg. Great to hear. Yeah, we'll see. I've sent a message there over to Bad Batch. Hopefully, I can bring you all the action there from Bad Batch here, Season 3. But we'll see. I'll have to wait for a response there from them. That time slot I do have open, so we'll see. Hopefully, Bad Batch, hey, you're listening then, buddy. Get in touch. We can get you broadcasted here on Push Edge Productions. But out in front, look at that. Tyler Daniels. Man, he is hitting all of his marks right now. Dotting his I's, crossing his T's. Not missing his mark. Out in front, leading all the laps, but a few. When that number 8 of Devin Clark elected to stay out and lead some laps there under caution. The field really starting to spread out a little bit. See those drivers and the gaps really starting to increase by quite a bit. By quite a bit here. Looking around this racetrack, though, what a view, what a view. It is gorgeous out here. Indianapolis Raceway Park, always putting on a great show. I'll tell you what, a little lake there in the middle. Great look from up above. Lap number 80 complete here for that number 45. Bailey still not giving up that fight in that number 9. That 9/10 of a second gap. Down now to 4/10. So he's starting to close back in on that number 45 machine. Gap starting to build. Let's take a look. Where's our closest battle right now? Logan here and Donahue for position. That 70 back in the 10th spot. The 56, that Ford F-150 Caterpillar machine, just ahead of him there. Donahue up in 9th. Daniels and Bailey, that battle pretty tight. It looks like we got some racing here, but that 8, he is a lap down right now. That is not a battle for position there. Devin Clark giving it there to some of those race leaders, the lap leaders, or excuse me, on lead lap cars, I should say. English is hard. It's okay. Letting those lap cars by. Lead lap cars as he drops back to the rear of this field. Don't know why it doesn't show his paint scheme there. Everybody else's, I think, shows, but his not showing here. Don't know why, but okay. Interesting. See those speeds still pretty high. Almost 100 mile an hour off of turn number 4 there for that 8 at Clark. Down to about 96, 95 there, 93 as a low through 1 and 2. A little bit tighter here, down in 3 and 4. But able to use that high side and really keep that car up in that 90 mile an hour bracket, high 90s at that even. Really interesting. That gap back down to 4/10 of a second though, look at that. Tristan Bailey there in that number 9, closing back up on that Tyler Daniels number 45 here as we ride on board with our race leader right now. Hard on that gas off of 4 down that front straightaway. Whoops. Not what I meant to press, boy oh boy, but wow. Lap traffic gonna be starting to be a problem here for the race leaders. Something we're gonna have to keep an eye out on. All this is lap traffic right now. Devin Clark, that goal. This is the leader, second, third, fourth, and fifth. That's gonna be something we gotta keep an eye out on. Tyler Daniels starting to run down these lap cars. Starting to come into play as we ride on board here with that 45 machine. Going to be a great look as he makes his way through these lap cars. That lap down car, Devin Clark, that Budweiser number 8, letting the leader go there. Very wise move there. Very cordial and gentlemanly. So big shout out there, Devin, giving those race leaders all the room they need. But 92 laps complete out of the 130. Take a look back over at our race recap real quick. Only those 3 caution flags, 2 of those a mistake, I believe. Or at least one of those. For 11 laps, we got a good long green flag run here. I'm thinking some green flag pit stops might be coming into play here pretty soon. Tell you what, that's definitely a possibility here. That gap back down to 9/10 of a second, back to the 9 from the 45, that race leader. Little bit of that lap traffic starting to come into play here. How he's able to work through these cars, not lose much time, definitely going to be a deciding factor here tonight. He has just led so many laps. Go ahead, take a look over that last 5 lap average. Looking at that 45, Tyler Daniels, your race leader. He works past that number 83 there, Axel Benoit. But that driver, that 9 just behind there, now we got a lap car in the middle. He is losing time. Not able to make up time here on that 45. Especially now working through some lap traffic. Going to make it much more difficult on that number 9 machine of Tristan Bailey. That battle for first, that gap, that still about 9/10. He made it past that 83 there, that lap car. So what a good way to get around there and not lose too much time there to that 45 out in front. There's our race leader, and lap cars all strung about here now, unfortunately. Can't really tell who's who. Coming to lap 100 next time by, though. 30 laps to go. Coming up. Tell you what, things are really spicing up. Let's go ahead. Let's hear the sights and the sounds one more time. Let's go ahead and crank it up. right, big thank you. Checking up a little bit of sights and sounds here of the Rogue Racing League. Little bit of a crank it up here at Push Edge Productions. 27 laps left to go as that 45 Bright Flame Counseling. Daniels Motorsports, Tyler Daniels out in front. We are coming to the end of this thing. One green flag run coming to the end too. I'm going to tell you what a great job. 104 laps complete so far of our 130. Tyler Daniels out in front. 3 cautions so far for 11 laps. These drivers really doing an absolute great job so far here tonight. Taking a look. "97 laps led by that 45 right now, and that number is still climbing. That 9 of Tristan Bailey just not able to pass that number 45. He's able to get to that back bumper, but he's just not able to get by. It's such a one-lane dominant racetrack right now by the looks of it. So much rubber laid down through that middle groove. That high line just not faster. The low line not much faster as well. And really hard to make up any ground for this number 9 right now. Sitting in second. Started off in second, 1-2. Where they started. But now we're getting into some drivers changing positions. Up in third. That 00, that Ram of Joshua Dunn. The Penske sponsored machine here tonight. Having a pretty good night. Started back in 7th. He's up 4 spots. Up to the 3rd spot. And then back to that Christian Alston Black Rifle Coffee number 15 Chevrolet Silverado. He's up 2 spots. Looking pretty good here as well. Coming to almost 20 laps left to go. Jumping back to 5th. He's down a spot there, unfortunately. Corey Stewart starting up in 4th. He's down to 6th. Or starting up in 4th. He's back to 5th, excuse me. Jumping back that next position, 6th. That's Peter Stewart, that 91 machine. He's about to go a lap down. His Chevrolet Silverado, the biggest mover here so far. Starting back in 11th. Up to 6th spot right now. Up 5 spots. Currently our biggest mover. Jumping back, we got that 69 Silverado there of Richard Culbertson. That Cursa sponsored machine. He started up in 5th. He's down 2 spots, unfortunately. Back here to that 7th spot. And then another driver right where he started here. That Ford F-150, the 56 there, the Caterpillar, Kevin Donahue. Back there in 8th spot. Kason Howe in the 13. Fortunately, right now, I think he's our biggest loser. Down 6 spots in that United States painted number 13. And then up 2 spots, rounding out our top 10 here. Our top 10 rundown. Axel Benoit, excuse me. I'm going to try to pronounce his name different every time. No, I'm kidding. But that Toyota Tundra, the only Tundra out here tonight. That Push Edge Sim Sports, Push Edge Productions, number 83, looking pretty good out here tonight. I'll tell you what. Oh, a little contact there with the wall. Little commentator curse there. But he's rounding out our top 10. We're under 20 laps left to go. The 45. Tyler Daniels next time by. 16 laps remaining. That Bright Flame Counseling. Daniels Motorsports machine. He's been out front the whole time. Other than when that 8 played a little bit of strategy and got some laps led. He's over 100 led now as well. And the only other driver there, Devin Clark, and that was not pitting there under that one yellow everybody pit under, so 107, 108 this time by, and 15 laps left to go here at the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Let's take a look. The fastest 5 for 5, Logan in that 70. He's got the best time by far right now. And then Bailey, Daniels, Dunn, and Austin. Bailey making up some time there on that 45 of Daniels. Coming to the end. Can he make something happen here? Take a look at those last laps. Daniels and Bailey kind of tied. It looked like, oh no, Bailey jumping to the top there. Time's jumping around there as the laps ticking in there. Let's see who's got the best lap tonight. We haven't checked that. The fastest lap of the night, Peter Stewart there in the 91. He's our fastest driver tonight. Corey Stewart, no relation, obviously spelt a little bit differently. Chris Logan, Joshua Dunn, and Tristan Bailey. Our fastest 5 laps here tonight. Coming at 12 to go for that 45 machine there of Tyler Daniels. Tristan Bailey really starting to make up some ground. 0.4 of a second separating that battle right now. There for the P1 spot. Taking a look there at that averages, he's still losing, it looks like, even though he's getting a little bit of better lap time. Not quite sure how that works, but okay. 10 laps left to go as that 45 Tyler Daniels come across the stripe. Single digits laps left to go next time by. We are winding down the intensity. Gonna start building there in that number 9. He knows it's go time. He's got to get this 45, and he's got to get him now. Riding on board with that 45 there, Tyler Daniels. Looking back the race for the win here. Can Bailey get it done? Not many laps left. It is winding down in a hurry right now. Eight laps left to go. That 45 across the stripe. Still within striking distance, back to about 0.6 of a second. And then we got almost 7 seconds back to that 00 there. Joshua Dunn fighting for that podium. Christian Austin there in that 15, back and forth. He's trying to fight to get a podium position from that 00 machine. That's those two closest battles, Bailey and Daniels, and Dunn and Austin right here. Your top 3. Howe and Donahue also battling it out right now as well. That battle not as close as the rest here, though. But this time by 5 laps left to go here. Riding on board with that 9 of Tristan Bailey. 5 laps left to go. Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park, the Rogue Racing League, here in Season 5. Race number 5 here with the NASCAR trucks here, Season 5. What a great race. Coming down to the end. Go ahead and do a little top 5 rundown here. Tyler Daniels, that 45, been leading so many laps out here tonight. The only other leader on strategy. Tristan Bailey, that number 9, second place, trying to get it done. Hoping that 45 makes a mistake, but he just had a big one there. Little contact there with the wall off of turn number 2 there for the 9. The 00 here, Joshua Dunn up in the podium contention, up in 3rd. Christian Austin there, that 15 machine, up in the top 4. Rounding out our top 5, that 84 Corey Stewart, that High Rock vodka machine. Rounding out our top 5. And rounding out those drivers on the lead lap right now, which is very impressive. 2 to go there for the 45. Some lap traffic between he and that 9. there of Bailey. White flag next time by. Can he get it done back to back here? Daniels winning last week there at Long Beach. White flag is out for that Bright Flame Counseling. Daniels Motorsports, number 45, Tyler Daniels, gonna take it to the end here. One more turn, turn 3 and 4 here. Wrapping it around. Can he get it done? I think he does. Tyler Daniels gets it done here at IRP. What a race. Wow, oh wow. Tyler Daniels, your Indianapolis Raceway Park winner here tonight. Wow, oh wow. What a finish. What a race. He held on to it. Tell you what, that 9 was gaining there for a moment. But Tyler Daniels at 45 able to hang on and get it done here tonight. What a great job by Tyler. Seeing when it's going to pick him up there on that turn 4 camera. Pretty sure he's going to come across here. Burning it down here on that front straightaway. Tyler Daniels, much deserved win. So many laps led out here tonight. That 45 Bright Flame Counseling, Daniels Motorsports machine on rails here tonight. I'll tell you what, there he goes. That engine giving out there. And that's all she wrote there for that. But before we get out of here, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at our race results. And out on top, that Daniels Motorsports number 45, Tyler Daniels, bringing it home. 126 of our 130 laps led out here tonight. So 4 laps led, or excuse me, I can't math. Yeah, I can. 4 laps. Yeah, I can. What am I? Anyway, Tristan Bailey in the 9. Oh boy, coming home second here tonight. That 69 there, or that 00, excuse me. Joshua Dunn coming home there in 3rd. Rounding out your podium here, Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park, the 0.67 mile, just over that half-mile racetrack here. 130 scheduled distance. We went 130 here tonight. 3 caution flags for 11 laps total. 87.5 miles, our total distance here tonight. 0 green flag lead changes. Nobody was able to get past that 45 there on the green flag. I'll tell you what, that 8 there, Devin Clark, finishing back there in 11th. He was able to lead some laps there. Those 4 laps that Tyler did not lead, but that was some strategy. He stayed out there under one of those cautions. 3 different leaders. Not sure who that 3rd leader was. That is, yeah, no 3 leaders there. Looking at those lap leaders, but it says 122. Why are these numbers not adding up? I don't know. Gotta love it. The graphics not choreograting, but whatever. But a great run here. Peter Stewart, that 91 coming home with that hard charger here tonight. Tyler Daniels, the most laps led. And that pole position coming home with the win there as well. The fastest lap by that 91 of Peter Stewart there as well. 22:035. Great job by all the drivers. Thank you all the fans stopping by. I appreciate it. Greg Thilesen up here in the booth for Push to Edge Productions. What a great night. Really had some fun here tonight. But let's take a look where those championship top 5 finish. Bailey coming in our points leader, finishing to second behind that 45 Tyler Daniels back in second in points. That's going to help him a little bit here tonight. Joshua Dunn, third in the championship, third here in the standings tonight. Unfortunately, that 44 Dylan Passetti back in 15th. Fortunately, he pulled off a little bit early there. Christian Alston there, that number 15 machine, he was able to hold on to a top five there. P4 there for that 15, coming in fifth here in the championship. That's going to be a good point night for him. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him fourth in the championship there next week. But let's go ahead. We're going to go run to victory lane, get to talk to Tyler Daniels, and then we'll chat with Tristan Bailey, Joshua Dunn. Stick around. We will be right back. And we have made our way over here to Victory Lane, the Rogue Racing League, Season 5, race number 5 here, Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. That 45 Bright Flame Counseling, Daniels Motorsports, Tyler Daniels bringing it home here tonight. What a great race, buddy. Led every single lap other than a few that Devin Clark able to pull some strategy, not coming down to pit road under a yellow flag and a few yellow flag laps, letting him lead some laps, but the rest of the race, that 45 machine out in front. How'd that race go for you tonight there, Tyler?
Yeah, it went pretty good. Tristan definitely had me sweating the entire time, so there was nothing easy or comfortable about that whole run. Yeah, just tried to manage tires early on, and then once we got about midway through the run, that was everything I had. I tried to run as consistent as a lap time as I could. I knew Tristan was beating me on entry, but he was getting loose and scraping the wall a couple times on exit. So I was just doing everything I can to manage my own stuff and watch him in the mirror and keep him behind me. So it ended up working out for us in the long run. Super happy to bring it home in victory lane again and get a few more bonus points before we head into the championship.
Yeah, going back to back there. Your win last week at Long Beach, the winner here at IRP. Gotta feel good. That momentum definitely coming to that 45 Daniel Motorsports team. What are we looking forward to next week? We head to another road course, Coronado. So winning last week there on a road course, you got a little even more confidence heading into next week.
Oh yeah, definitely excited to head into the Coronado. Um, Very fun track. I love the bumpy surface and the concrete and the certain slick sections. It's a good time. Super excited to take Bright Flame and the momentum that we've got going into there and hopefully come out with another great points night.
Well, definitely a well deserved win. You said that nine, keeping you on your toes there throughout the race. What did you think there when you saw that number 8 not pit and elect to stay out there on that yellow flag? Did you know you were going to have him covered there with those fresh tires, or were you a little worried there for a little bit?
No, I knew I had him covered. It was just a matter of how to get around him as quick as possible, right? The outside here coming to the restart zone is tough because it's hard to keep pace with the leader and not get a penalty for speeding. Um, so it was just really managing the jump, trying to make sure that I didn't give him a big jump, and as hopefully as side by side as we could be going into one, that way I could hold that outside line. I knew if I could keep the outside on him, I could get the run and be good to go. Out of two, I was just hoping and praying that Tristan didn't get a run on his bottom side to take us three wide coming out of two there. So no, it ended up working out. I told Devin, I was like, man, I know you were trying to get the track position, but come in and take 2 tires next time, that way at least you got a little bit more of a chance." But, no, he did good. I know he struggled there, but he did good on the restart other than the jump. That was just, we talked about it, and it was just he looked at the wrong line on the track, so no foul play there, just simple mistake, and, got it re-racked, and he did it right the second time, and, we ended up coming out on top, luckily.
Okay, so that was that second caution flag. I was kind of curious why that reset happened. Uh that's a little more information I would have loved to know. That's perfect. But
Yeah.
before uh I take up too much of your time here. Congratulations once again there, Tyler Daniels at Bright Flame Counseling, Daniels Motorsports number 45, taking it home here. Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park here with the Rogue Racing League, Season 5, race number 5. Before I let you get out of here, buddy, who you got to thank winning this thing here tonight?
Always gotta think Bright Flame, again, I know I say it every week, but I can't be more honest, super happy to have them on board and keep them up in the front every time, bringing them home and put them in victory lane. I know we're looking forward to heading into the championship in a few weeks with the points lead that we should have going into it. So, always happy and proud to have them on the car. Um, always got to thank you for the broadcast, Greg, and all the admins in Rogue for putting in the work to get everything set up for us to come out here and do this. Um, got to thank the wife for letting us practice and get everything set up as well, and the all the fans out in the chat. I know there's some family members. Shout out to mom. I'm pretty sure the Brave family's watching. I think Roger, Mr. Dennison, is watching. So shout out to everybody that spent some time on Sunday night watching us do 130 laps, and yeah, I think that about covers everybody.
All right. Well, thank you, buddy. Have a good night and congratulations again. That's Tyler Daniels. That number 45, you're a race winner here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park.
I appreciate it, buddy. See you.
And now we're gonna go ahead jump to P3. I don't got that 9 of Tristan Bailey in here at the moment, so we're gonna try to get him in here. But P3 here tonight, that double zero there. Joshua Dunn coming home with a podium here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Josh, how did that race go for you here tonight, buddy?
That race was pretty smooth for me. Yeah, we started seventh, I think it was, and just kind of tried to manage our stuff to see where we could finish, see if we could have something there for the two guys up front.
Yeah, so a lot of close racing up there up front between those two. Kind of lost track there a little bit. You were on their bumper there for the majority of that race. What kind of was there a mistake you made, or was there something that happened there from some lap traffic, or what happened that kind of pushed you guys back there a little bit?
Yeah, just before we got to lap traffic there, the truck or track conditions started to change a little bit, and things started to get a little tight coming off the corners. So just having to manage the right front a little more than I had wanted, and lost touch with those two. So yeah, we just having to manage the truck and just kind of back off a little bit to preserve what I could to try and keep Christian off of me. He had some really good pace tonight.
Yeah, we were checking in with that coming to the end there. There was two battles going on. Bailey was trying to get to Daniels, and Alston was definitely trying to get to you there, but fortunately able to hold him off there. One of the only Rams out there tonight, so great to see that the Penske sponsored machine out there tonight. But congratulations again, Joshua. Before I let you go, though, who you got to thank here, pal?
Just got to thank everybody here at the league, all the drivers that show up every week. It's really cool to be able to race with them, and we've got a good group here. So I'm always looking for more people. Come check out the league if you want to drive with us. And just want to thank the admins, all you guys do, Dylan and Tyler, and then also Greg, what you do with the broadcast. It's cool to watch every week. So yeah, thanks for what you do, and we'll see you guys in Coronado next week. Looking forward to the road course.
Yeah, I was about to shift there. Thank you. I appreciate it. But Coronado, a little road course racing. You did pretty well there last week over there at Long Beach. You looking forward to Coronado here this week as well?
Yeah, I had a bit of FOMO from last week. My equipment gave me some issues just before we started the race, so I actually didn't get to run it, unfortunately. So I am looking forward to getting back on the road course and practicing around there. I love um, just something that's tricky where you've got all the different surfaces and grip levels. corners. And um, funny enough, Coronado actually ends up being kind of a nice rhythm road course. It's really fun to drive on. So looking forward to it.
Interesting.
Should look
Yeah,
good
I
on
haven't
TV.
actually even bought it yet, so I'm going for the first time there next week. I'm gonna check it out. Obviously, I watched the race in real life, but I have not driven it on the sim, so I'm really curious to see how next week goes as well. That's gonna be a whole lot of fun. But congratulations there, that Joshua Dunn number 00 finishing off our podium here tonight. Have a great one, buddy. Look forward to seeing you next week, pal.
Thanks so much. Take care.
And that is going to do it, unfortunately, for our interviews. Tristan Bailey in that 9 said he's got to go to bed. He's been up since 4 a.m., so unable to jump up here in the booth. He is going to lay his head down, much that's okay. So big congratulations there, that 9 of Tristan Bailey. But let's take a look at our race results here one more time before we get out of here. What a night, though. What a race. A lot of those drivers really putting on a great show for us here tonight. I'll tell you what. Daniels able to capture that win, though. Very demanding win. 130 laps, 126 led, it says here on this graphic. 122 on the other. I don't know which one's the correct number, but Tristan Bailey there coming home second, that number 9 machine. About a second and a half back. He pushed a little too hard there coming to the end and gave up a little bit of time there. Lap traffic definitely not helping out that 9 as well, coming to the closing in laps of that thing. Joshua Dunn, great job him. Starting back in 7th, up to 3rd, so a good move forward there for the 00 here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. The 130 laps we went here tonight. 87.5 miles. 87.52 to be exact. 0 green flag lead changes. The only one was that 8 of Devin Clark grabbing that race lead there under caution. 3 caution flags, one of those being that re-rack, so only actually 2 caution flags. I'm not sure if I missed that second one, but yeah, 2 caution flags here tonight for 11 laps, trying to get the restack there. Peter Stewart, the 91, he got the hard charger, starting up in 11th, finishing 6th there in that 91, up 5 spots. Great job there by Peter Stewart. Corey Stewart up there in the top 5. Big shout out to 15 there. Christian Alston as well there with a 4th place finish. Good job by him. Peter Stewart got that fastest lap there as well, 22.035. So very fast 91 Cinnamon Toast Crunch car this week. Tyler Daniels, the pole position, most laps win and coming home with the win. Great job there by him. Thank you all the drivers, Richard Culbertson, Kason Howe, Kevin Donahue, Chris Logan, Devin Clark, Axel Benoit, Wesley Altman, Matthew Scott, Dylan Passetti. Thank you guys all coming out tonight. A great race here with the Rogue Racing League. Season 5, Race 5 here from the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. But we head to Coronado, the Navy base, there next week. Some road course racing here with the Rogue Racing League. And we got a packed week of racing tomorrow, Monday, August 24th. The Inspired Racing League Inspired Cup Series heads to Atlanta there at 7:45 p.m. CST, 8:45 EST. All the same times for our races here. Tuesday, the Hot Fuel Racing Short Track League to Richmond, a doubleheader. Twin 75s there with the ARCA cars. That's going to be fun. Wednesday, the Platinum Truck Series there with the Inspired Racing League. Also heads to IRP. So 2 truck races here from IRP this week. That's going to be interesting. And it was a great one. Kind of single lane. So we'll see a little bigger car count there at Platinum Truck. So might be a little bit different. But we'll see here. Thursday going to be my day off. And then Friday, take a look here. We're racing over at the Midwest Racing Fun League. Come hang out with me as I race a triple header there. The Trucks O'Reilly Next Gen cars. So hope you guys can stop by there Friday night. That does start at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. CST. So you're going to want to come hang out on that one. Show you what I got behind the wheel there Friday night. Saturday, the Inspired Racing League Heat Series heads to IRP with the ARCA cars. So that's going to be fun. And then Sunday, the Rogue Racing League next week, we were talking about it. Coronado Naval Base. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. A week packed full of racing here on Push to Edge Productions. Big thank you. Hope you guys drop a sub if you had some fun here Sunday night. Go like the video there. Go check us out on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We're on all the social platforms. I think we got a Threads, all the social stuff. Go check us out. Drop a like. Go like some of our reels that we got posted. Appreciate you guys, all the fans, all the drivers. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys so much. But until next time, guys, push the edge and find the limit. Yeah.